Okay, so we're going to start our practice at the front of the mat, and just check those toes out, bring the big toes together, and just find that grounding into the floor to start with, okay? And then working your way up from there, engaging the thighs, and then into your pelvis. You've got a root lock, Mula Bandha, so perineum squeeze, and then Uddiyana Bandha, your deep abdominals, transverse abs drawing in and up, below the belly button and above the pubic bone, drawing in and up. So engaging and bracing through your center. Shoulders are back and down, neck is long, standing in Tadasana, mountain posture. And if you take your hands up, and if you want to close your eyes, and just spend a few moments breathing, Ujjayi breath. So that breath, we breathe through the nose, and we sound that breath in the back of the throat. And feel the rib cage working as you just tune in and ready for physical practice. So we take it up on the in-breath, Surya Namaskara A, and exhale, fold it down. Take the hands down, soften the knees where you need. First forward bend, inhale, look up. Flatten those hands, step it back. Look forwards, take the knees down where you need, otherwise knees off. And then tops of the feet, inhale, and then tuck the toes and into down. So draw your abdominals in and lift your hips high and breathe. So we're long in the spine and broad in the shoulders. Hips are high and pushing the floor away and open up through the shoulders. Look up and bring those feet back to your hands. Inhale to lift the chest, extend your spine. Exhale to fold. And inhale, reach it up. Follow your thumbs. And return Tadasana. Feet together, chin tucked, shoulders back and down. Inhale, take it up. So we're getting into this flow of breath and movement. Tuck the head in. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hands. Come down looking forwards in Chaturanga, elbows are tucked to ribs. And then tops of your feet, open the chest, tuck the toes, lift the hips high. So your fingers are spread nice and wide. And your feet, they should be hip distance as you gaze towards the back of the mat or further up to knees or navel. That gaze, your drishti, should be soft and relaxed. Breath into ribs, sounding breath in the back of the throat. Whilst opening up shoulders and lengthening spine and all the way down through the back of the body. Bring those feet back to your hands and inhale, lift your chest. Exhale and fold. And inhale, reach it up. Return Tadasana on the out breath. Inhale, take it up. Exhale into Uttanasana. Tuck the head, inhale to lift the chest, flatten the hands. Look forwards, come down Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. And exhale down. So Mula Bandha is on, your root lock. Uddiyana Bandha, your abdominal lock. And with every breath, try to find that edge in your down dog, never stationary. Shoulders rolling from ears. And look up and bring those feet back to your hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to fold. And inhale to reach it up. Return Tadasana, mountain posture. Inhale, reach it up. So with every sun salutation, we're starting to open up connective tissues. Look up, inhale. Starting to move with a little bit more ease. Chaturanga. Up dog into your back bend. Look up and back, and then into down. Fingers are spread, pressing down between thumb and forefinger. Stretching that middle finger away. Feel that lengthening, that opening, all with your breath. And look up, you can step or jump your feet to your hands and look up, inhale. Exhale, folding again, tuck in the head, and then inhale, reach it up. Follow your thumbs. Return Tadasana, mountain posture. Okay, so Surya Namaskara B. Bend the knees. Inhale, pull the abdominals in. Fold it down. Tuck the head. Inhale, look up. Flatten those hands, step or jump. Thumb down, Chaturanga as you gaze forwards. Tops of the feet, inhale, chest lift into your back bend, tuck your toes to down. Now pivot your left foot and step your right. Come up to Virabhadrasana 1, inhale, reach it up. Come back, hands either side, elbows to ribs. In, breath up dog, lift the chest down into down. Now pivot your right foot and step your left. Reach it up into Virabhadrasana 1. Inhaling, come back. High plank, come down to low. Exhale. Inhale to your up dog. And exhale to your down. So, starting to build some more heat now. Bigger moves, more dynamic. As we warm up the body through breath and movement. So from the inside. And we stay with that breath. Look up, bring those feet back, stepping or jumping. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, folding again. And remember, bending the knees now, Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, Tadasana. Standing tall, root lock, abdominal lock. Once again, bend the knees, inhale. Reach it up. Exhale, folding. So every time a little bit deeper. Inhale, look up, flatten those hands, step or jump. Look forwards, come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. In breath, lift your chest and roll your shoulders back, tuck your toes to down. So pivot the left and step the right. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Follow your thumbs, stay with your breath. High plank position, low plank position. Up dog, back bending, down dog, hips are high. Pivot your right, step your left. So we're building the pace up now, reach it up. Come back down, strong and low. Elbows tucked, Chaturanga Dandasana. In, breath upward dog, and exhale to down. So you find your down dog, and then you start working to find that edge. So if those heels are already down, then you can maybe go slightly further back. Lift the hips higher. Keep opening those shoulders, preparing the body for the standing sequence. Look up and step or jump. Feet to your hands, inhale, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend those knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana. And again, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, fold, tuck the head, lift the sit bones high. Inhale, look up to extend the spine, step or jump. Come down, look forwards, elbows tucked. In breath, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back into down. This time, let's step the right foot forwards, keeping the left heel up. And now take the right hand up to the ceiling, stretching your back leg away. Keep Breathe in, right hand down inside of right foot, pivot your left, take your left hand up, and then come back. We'll take the right foot, and if you want to lift it off the floor, hold that position as you lower, chaturanga, and then into your up dog. Back bending, exhale to your down. Stepping your left foot, so that knee, left knee above ankle, no further. Stretch the right leg away, take the left hand up to the ceiling, and rotate through the thoracic spine. Bring that left hand down inside of your left foot and pivot your right foot and take your right hand up and open up. Come back, take that left foot up and hold it if you can as you lower, exhale. Inhale to your up dog, exhale to your down. So breathing, number 1. Bandhas on number 2. And then trying to get the most out of the body. Look up and step or jump. Feet to hands, inhale, lift the chest, exhale to fold. Bend your knees, inhale. Utkatasana, exhale, Tadasana. And you're back to mountain posture. Okay, step or jump your feet hip distance apart now. Yeah. Take your hands to your hips. And inhale, look up. Little back bend if you want, pushing the hips forward before you fold down. And reach for those toes, first 2 fingers, Padangusthasana. Inhale, look up, lift the chest. And then set yourself up, pulling yourself down, drawing the chest in towards the knees, tucking the head, releasing the neck, maybe shaking the head to release the neck. Pull on your toes, press into your fingers. Inhale, look up. Take your hands underneath your feet, toes and wrists to meet. Inhale, lift the chest for Padahastasana, press down. So we have pressure on those hands now. And we release the wrists from Surya Namaskara. And we lift the sit bones high. Okay, opening up further through the back of the body. Breath number 1. Look up, inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Bandhas are on as you come up. And then you step or you jump your feet back together. Step it out. Round about 2.5 feet. Turn round with the right foot. Now reach long with this right arm. Down your right leg. Or to your foot. Or to your big toe. And open up. And breathe. Sounding the breath in the back of your throat. Gazing up to your outstretched hand. Thighs are on. Front thigh is rolling out and away from your hip socket. Inhale to come up. Tuck that front foot, which was your right foot, and then turn your left. Now reach long with this left arm. Take it down the leg, the foot, the ankle, whichever, big toe. But don't stick your hips out to the back to get there. And open up. Breathe. Thighs are on, front thigh rolling out and away from the hips. And come up, stay with your breath. Now we turn round, so make sure your feet are not in line. They're hip distance in width. Okay, the length is once again about 3 feet. Take your left hand down to the outside of this right foot. And then reach up. So that left hand or wrapping around your leg. And then focus on that rotation. Really open up the right side. Keep strong from the floor and into the pelvis. Stay with your breath, come up. Make a smooth transition. Set up, back foot's round at 45. Take the right hand down to the outside of the left foot or leg. And then reach up. What's it like on this side? Do you need to work a little harder? Find your breath. Once you're there, start opening up. And then release back to the front and come back to the front of your mat. So we're going to step it out again. This time we're going to step out longer. Okay, we're going to turn that right foot, bend the knee. Right hand down to the floor on the outside of the right foot. Left hand up and over. Lift the ribs and press the edge of your back foot into the floor. So you can stare, or not stare, you can gaze towards the outstretched hand, or you can gaze to the side. Front knee should be above your ankle, no further. Back leg strong and straight. Come up. Turn round. Bend the left knee. Take that left hand down to the outside of the left foot. Reach up and over into your extended side angle posture. Lifting the ribs. Stretching the edge of your back foot into the floor to lift the inner arch. Lift the ribs, gaze either to hand or to the side. And come up. So we do a rotated version of this. So to get into this turning round right foot forwards, take the left knee to the floor. Get the left elbow, wrap it around the outside of your right thigh. Place your right hand on top of your left, step up off your back knee, get your heel down, press down with your right hand, push up with your left. Lots of space in the collarbones, lengthen the neck. You're going to go deeper than that for a full rotated side angle posture. You take your left hand down the outside of your right leg and you reach up with your right hand. Coming up, turning round, set yourself up, back knee down if you want. Tuck the right elbow round. Left hand on top of right, step up off the back knee, get the heel down, push up with your right, press down with your left. Stay with that one, watch the front knees not getting pushed in. And then if you want to go deeper, you're tracking this right hand down the outside of the left leg, and the left arm reaches up and over. And then twist. And then come up. Release the arms, bring yourself back to the front of your mat. So the body starts to open up, step it out. Put some wide leg stretches now. Toes are in, heels are out. Hands come to hips on the in-breath, look up. We're going to fold it down. Take your hands to the floor, so the shoulder distance between your feet. Look up on the in-breath, extend the spine, pull the belly in, and then exhale, fold, and then maybe shuffle those feet a little bit wider. And then tuck the head, take the heels of the hands further back. Shift the weight through the feet to lift the sit bones high. And most of all, stay with that Ujjayi breath. Inhale to look up. Exhale, hands to hips. And release. Let's turn the palms around and interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch the arms away. Mula Bandha's on, inhale, look up. And fold it down. So this time, toes in, heels out as before. And then tuck the head, stretch the arms away. Open the chest and the shoulders, shift the weight through the feet, lifting the sit bones high and wide. And with every breath, trying to open up a little bit more through the chest and the shoulders. And bandhas as you come up. And release. Okay, hands to hips. Inhale, look up. Draw it in from your root lock. Fold it down, track your hands down your legs. So reaching for big toes, first two fingers. Look up, inhale. And exhale, fold. So tucking the head in. Shift that weight through the feet to lift high and wide. Thighs on where you can. Pull on the toes, open up through the collarbones, flex through the elbows. Keep that connection from the floor and up into your upper body. Look up, inhale. Exhale, hands to hips, inhale to come up, release those arms and come back to Tadasana at the front of your mat. Feet together, bringing the fingertips to elbows behind your back, or take your hands to inverted prayer, pressing palms, working the hands up the back. Step out with your right foot. Short posture, back foot's round at 45. It's a square. Shoulders are square. Inhale, look up, pull the belly in, a little back bend if you want, and then fold down, leading from your sternum, drawing your chest down and over your front thigh. Relax your gaze, relax your neck. Keep strong in your thighs, but not locking out. Palms pressing where you can, or fingertips to elbows, and draw the chest open. Stay with your breath. And inhale, come up. Now turn right, left foot forwards. Step the right foot out. Set yourself up, hips and shoulders square. Inhale, look up. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and fold it out. So long through the spine. And that spine is directly over this front thigh, so we are aligned. Don't forget bandhas. And most of all, stay with your breath. Come up and release. Okay, back to the front of the mat. Ready for a balancing posture set now. Left hand to hip, right knee's coming up. And then let's take hold of this right foot if you can. Otherwise, just keep holding the shin and press out into big toe. So we lift as high as we can. We find a point to focus on. So the drishti beyond the toes. Lift a little higher, knee and nose, draw the leg out to the side. Draw the chest open. Maybe look over the left shoulder. Breathing. Standing leg strong. Come back to the center. Lift a little higher, maybe reaching for the sole of your foot. And then hold that leg out. As high as you can. From there, we're going to bend the knee. We're going to reach for the foot. So from here, you're in a front thigh stretch. Tuck your tailbone under. Reach your left hand to the ceiling. Hinge from the hips. Press the foot into the hand. Stretch the fingers away from the toes. Open up. Breathe. Reach. And then return to the front of the mat or the floor. Right hand on hip. Left knee's coming up. Stay there, find a point to focus on or reach for your big toe. Press out, big toe. Find a point to focus on, lift the leg. Try lifting a little higher, knee and nose, before drawing the leg to the left. Either in flexion or extension, and maybe look across the right shoulder. Breathe. Come back to the center. Can you lift a little higher, knee and nose? Could you wrap hand round foot and then hold the leg out. High as you can, standing leg strong. Then we're going to bend that leg and try this counter posture, reaching for your foot. Draw your knees together. You may want to stay there, or you may want to reach the right hand up. You could stay there, or you could hinge from the hips, push the foot into the hand, lift the chest, breathe. Fingertips away from toes, and then return to the front of your mat or the floor. Stay with your breath all the way. So, standing half bound lotus, draw your right knee up. Take that foot, see if you can draw the heel of the foot up towards the crease of your left hip. Gazes down and forwards, right hand wraps behind your back. Can you bind with your left arm? Can you bind further down? Can you work that hand towards your foot? Can you bind with your foot? Breathe. If you bind with your foot, you could release the left hand up to the ceiling. You could fold from there. Listen to your body. No stress on the knee. We're opening the hips here. And then release. Okay, we'll try the other side. We take the left knee up. And then we reach for the foot. We draw the heel of the left foot up towards the crease of the right hip. All with the breath. The gaze is down and forwards. Stand tall, bandhas on, left hand wraps. Works its way round to bind with the right arm, further down, or maybe to your foot itself. Releasing the right hand, reach that hand up, and if you're feeling good, you can fold. Breathe, bandhas on. Stay focused with that breath, number one. And then release. All right, well done. So we're going to come back to the front of the mat. Stand in Tadasana. Take a breath. Take it up on the in-breath. And then exhale, fold. Hands down, tuck the head in. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten those hands, step or jump. Look forwards as you come down to your low plank. Exhale. Inhale to your up dog, back bending. Exhale to your down. Now you're going to bring those feet to your hands, stepping or jumping. Bend the knees, press the thighs, reach it up, draw the abdominals in, sink down through the heels, sink the tailbone, pull the belly in, reach the hands up. Gaze up, forwards, down, whatever feels good. Mula bandhas on, Uddiyana bandha strongly on. On your in-breath, stand up. And exhale, fold. Tuck the head. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten those hands, step or jump. Come down, elbows tucked. In, breath up. You look up. You look back into down. Put your left foot, step your right. I'm going to come up to Virabhadrasana one. So that warrior one. Get the hips square. So left side of the hips round. And really strong work into the hip flexors in the back leg. And then reach up. Gaze forwards or up. Keep the hands up as you turn round. Set yourself up. Find that length in your posture. Reach to the ceiling. Get the right side of the hips coming round. Breathe. We're going to split those arms apart and make sure the heels are in line. And maybe shuffle the feet longer. Into your warrior two. Open up. Drop the shoulder blades down the back and stretch your fingers away. And breathe. Come up with the straight leg on the left. Tuck that left foot round and turn. And then maybe longer again. Knee of the front foot. In front of the ankle, not in front, in line. Breathe, open up, gaze out, your drishti along the front hand. And then bring those hands down. Come back to your high plank, chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, up dog, exhale down. Draw the belly in, and you're going to bring yourself to the floor now. And find Dandasana. So seated attention or staff posture. Hands are by your sides. Toes drawing towards you, heels pushing away. Chest lifted, belly strong. Shoulders back and down, so space between ears and shoulders. Find that breath. So take an in-breath and lift the chest, tracking the hands down and reaching your first two fingers for your big toes if you can, otherwise your ankle. And then fold. So you're sounding that breath in the back of your throat to your forward bend. And then you're going to lift the chest, inhale. You're going to take the hands over the feet if you can. And then fold again. Push the heels away. Open up the backs of the knees. Lengthen through your spine. And then once again, inhale, lift the chest and try wrapping the hands around the feet if you can. Maybe you can get fingers together. Maybe you could interlace fingers. Maybe you could get hand on hand or wrist on wrist. So we breathe through the nose, sounding the breath in the back of the throat and breath delivered into the ribs. And then we come up and we cross the legs, take it into vinyasa, crossing the legs, either rolling over the feet or stepping or jumping them back. Stay with your breath. And then step or jump. And sit yourself down on the floor. Okay, so from here, the next posture we're going to do is to open the front of the body. Okay, Padmottanasana, which is your reverse plank. So the fingertips are facing forwards towards the heel. As you lift up and stretch your toes towards the floor. You take your head back, you wrap your thighs in, and you push the floor away. Mula Bandha is strong, Uddiyana Bandha is strong. Open the chest, and then return to the floor. So from here, if you want to do vinyasa, go for it. Otherwise, sit in Dandasana, take some breath. So the next posture we'll do, we're going to draw the right foot in to the left thigh. We're going to take the hands and we're going to stretch a little bit longer. Get a little bit more opening there into the hips. We'll take the right hand, stay with your breath, wrap it around your back, reach for that wrist and draw that hand round to the crease of the left side of the hip and then try and reach for something and bind with some clothing. Take your left hand down your leg or to your foot and then twist to your right now and open up and breathe. So this posture is from the moon sequence. We're going to reach for the big toe now, first two fingers. Drop that elbow down the inside of that left leg. And if you want to release your right hand now, you can. And reach it up and over. And stretch. Try not to collapse down through that right side of the hips to get the hand to the foot. Rather, keep the ribs lifting. And then release. So if you want to, you could do a vinyasa here, or you could do reverse plank. Stay with your breath, maintaining that heat. Keep light in your body. And then come down, or wherever you're at, stretch your right leg long and take your left foot to the inside of the thigh. And now reach and open. A little bit longer. Wrapping this left arm around, reach for that hand, draw it round, see if you can bind with something. Now take the right hand down the inside of that right leg, twist to the left and open the chest. So you're pressing into your hand with your foot or your leg, pulling on leg or foot, breathing. Big toe, get hold of that with the first two fingers, drop the elbow down the inside of the right thigh, release the right arm, reach up, keep the ribs lifting, and stretch. So we're hitting a number of spots here in this posture. Hips, hamstrings, back. Release. So you can do a vinyasa, you could sit and breathe, or you could do a reverse plank to open the front of the body. Stay with your breath, number one. And then coming back down to the floor. Okay, so next posture we'll do is Marachasana A. We're going to draw the right heel in towards the right sit bone. Okay, and we want to have a palm's distance between your foot and your thigh. We're going to reach this right arm long. We're going to wrap it around, and then we see if we can get hold of the other hand or wrist. From here, make sure that you're set up with your right foot strongly. Okay, pressing into the floor. You press your right arm into your shin, and then you draw the left side of the shoulders round, and then you try and fold. Breathe. And release. You want to try something else just now in between. Up a little bit of upper body strength. You could place the hands either side of the hips. Take an in-breath to lift the chest and hold, and then draw the heels towards you and lift the hips up and push the floor away. Breathing. Bandhas. And release from wherever you're at. Right leg is long. Manachasana, a left leg. Draw the left heel in as tight as you can. Keeping the right leg strong. Wrap the left arm around. Now with that left hand, you're going to grab the right or the wrist, or maybe you're working towards it, or maybe you're using a belt or something to try and draw yourself right. So we press against the shin with the left arm. We draw the nose forwards to get the chest down. We keep the right foot strong with the toes towards and the heels away. And we breathe. And release. You can do a vinyasa, reverse plank. You could do seated attention, or you could do that L sit and lift. Stay with your breath, number one. Bandhas, number two. Ready for Marachyasana B. So this one we start with the left leg. So we have the right leg long. And then we draw the left foot up towards the crease of the right hip. And then we take the right foot, we draw that up towards your body. And we sit tall if we can. If that's all too much, hands behind your back. Too much, still lie back. Or if you're more flexible, then maybe your full posture and you're drawing the heel right in. And maybe wrapping the arm around the right shin. And maybe folding. Stay with your breath, with your bandhas. And release. You can do a vinyasa, you could sit and breathe, you could do reverse plank. Whatever you're doing, maintain that breath and bandhas. Keep that lightness in the body. So we'll try the other side now, Manachasana B. We'll take the right foot up towards the crease of the left hip. We draw the left foot up. So you're trying to get that heel in as tight as you can. If you can, you're sitting up. You could always be sitting against the wall here. Or you're going to be having hands behind if you need to. Or lie back. Or full posture, wrapping around. And maybe folding. Stay with your breath. Find that edge. Open up. Breathe. And release. Once again, take it into your connecting posture, either Dandasana or reverse plank, L sit, or full vinyasa. So we're going to sit tall. We're going to draw the right foot in again. This time that heel and foot wants to be closer into the left thigh. And we can start by wrapping the left arm around the right shin, knee, and twist to your right and draw your chest round as far as you can. From here, if that feels enough, stay with that, keep the left leg strong. Or you could try wrapping this left arm around the outside of your right leg. And then you're going to get your right hand. You're going to see if you can find the left and breathe. Find that breath Always finding your breath. And release. Once again, connect to maintain heat and build that strength and endurance in your practice. Breath, bandhas, posture. And then we're going to sit with the right leg long and draw the left heel in. So as tight as you can, sit tall. Now from here, we're going to take the right arm and wrap it around that shin and twist, get your chest round as far as you can. So that rotation into the middle spine. Maybe further than that, you try wrapping this right arm around and binding if you can. Otherwise, you're working on your edge. Everyone's going to be different. Breath is number one. And release. So once again, take it into your connecting posture, either Purvattanasana, reverse plank, or a Vinyasa, or Dandasana, or that L-sit. And coming back down. Okay, so we'll move on. We're going to move on to a boat posture now, Navasana. So you want to find your sit bones, okay? And then you draw the toes up. And then we tuck in and we find this position. We stay sitting tall. And then we think, can we go further? How far can we extend the legs without collapsing in the back? So we draw the abdominals in and lift the chest. Stretch the fingers away. And then after a few breaths, we tuck in again. And then we try to lift up off the floor before we come back to find those sit bones again. We reach the arms away and we try extending the legs. So you're going to feel that work into hip flexors, lower abdominals, work to lift the chest, across the legs again, nice and tight. Try and lift up off the floor. Come back down. Ready for one more boat. Reach and lift and breathe. Stay with your breath. And cross those legs. Try to lift off. Vinyasa if you want here. Otherwise, sitting and breathing. Or reverse plank. Or that L-sit. Okay. You're going to come down to the floor. You're going to stretch your left leg long. I'm going to bring your right knee into your chest. Okay. You're going to place your left hand on your hip. And you're going to take your right leg up to the ceiling and reach for your big toe. You're going to draw your head and your knee towards one another. And then as you lower your head, you take your right leg out to the side. You don't let your left leg fall. And now you look over your left shoulder. So a lot easier than standing, I'd say, but really you can focus now on that opening into the hips, stretch through the inner thighs, adductors. Keep the left leg strong. Come back to the center and bring the nose. Now, stay up there, okay? Now get your left hand to your big toe. And we're going to take the leg, take the hand to the right hand side and take the leg to the left. Okay, keep wrapping your left leg in. Okay, wrapping the left leg into the center. Don't collapse over. Breathe. Come back, nose and knee, and lower. Okay, just a special measure. Let's come up and do a vinyasa. So you can roll over those feet. Don't want to get too comfortable. Maintain that heat. Come back down. And then let's lie down again, right leg long. Take your left knee into your chest. And take your first two fingers to your big toe. and reach up. Right hand on hip. Okay, right leg is strong and long. I'm going to take the left leg out to the side. I'm going to look over that leg, that right shoulder now. Okay, how far can you get that left leg down? Keep the right leg steady. Don't let the right leg follow, so keep pulling against the right side of the hip bone there. Come back, nose and knee. As you lower the head, switch hands. Take your right hand to your left foot. Take your left hand to the side. And then wrap in the right thigh and look to your left hand and draw that left leg to the right side. Keep wrapping the right leg in. Don't collapse. Breathe. Come back center. Nose and knee. Come up for vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Okay, so we're going to come down and we're going to start our closing sequence. Okay, so bring the heels in, toes slightly inverted, peel your spine up and off the floor. So we're lifting those hips, squeezing the inner thighs. You've either got hands around ankles or interlaced fingers, or you're taking hands side of the head. So focus on the hip lift and the strong work in the thighs and the pelvis. Stay with your breath. And release. And come back down. Hug those knees in. Breathe. In this position, reach your hands to the outside of your feet. Put the feet up into your happy baby posture. And pull on those feet. Press the feet into the hands. Draw the knees down towards the elbows and further to the shoulders. So release, and once again, get ready for your back bend. Lift the hips, squeeze the inner thighs, draw the shoulders under. Find your back bend, work on your edge. Stay with your breath. And come back down. And hug those knees, reach for the outsides of the feet again. Pull those knees down as if you're drawing them down towards your armpits. And breathe. Okay, we're going to do one more back bend. So draw the heels in, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Get those shoulders under. Find that lift before you take it up to your best back bend. Keep breathing, keep lifting, keep squeezing. And then come back down. Hug those knees in. And then roll yourself up. So we're just going to do a counter pose for your back bends. So we sit tall, pull the belly in, reach, inhale, and fold. Reach for your feet or your legs, roll the abdominals in. And roll that chest down. Keep working to lengthen back out. And release. So from here, you can do vinyasa. You could sit in dandasana. You could do reverse plank or that L sit. Breathe. Next posture we're going to do in closing is we're going to take it to shoulder stand. Okay, so make sure you've got room behind you for this. So modified version for your shoulder stand is lying down and arms out to the side and pushing the heels up. Throwing the belly in, and when you've had enough of that, you bend the knees, okay? And you continue trying this, okay? Otherwise, get the hands down by your sides, lift up and over into Halasana, Palau, and then take the hands to the back. And then draw the elbows in. Hands as far up the back as you can, fingertips into spine. Mula Bandha strong, Uddiyana Bandha strong. Breath. Try taking one leg down behind. See if you can reach and get that foot anywhere near the floor. Change legs. Make sure at all times that your neck feels good with this. Come back, readjust your shoulder stand, get a little bit more height. Breathe. And then try lowering down both feet. So we're trying to get those feet to the floor, but if they're not making it to the floor, keep your hands on your back to support your back. If you've made it to the floor, you could release the hands and interlace the fingers. Keep that energy going through the backs of the legs. Now try bending your knees now. And try working your knees towards your ears and knees down towards the floor. Stay with your breath. Hands on your back. Come to a cross-legged inversion now. Or that could be half lotus or full lotus. Hands can stay on back, or hands can come to your knees. In that position, take the feet behind you and reach for those feet or legs and breathe. Stay with your breath. And then place the hands on the floor, work the fingertips away, draw the belly in, and roll yourself back out long. Unless you're doing lotus, if you're doing lotus, then you can reach for your feet. And then tuck the head back and rest in the crown of the head. Otherwise, we're going to lie long. We're going to take the hands underneath the hips. Okay, we're going to use the elbows and the upper arms to lift the chest arch to spine, tuck the head back and rest on the crown of your head. So breathe. Mula Bandha is on. Uddiyana Bandha, especially abdominal lock here. You can go further, release your hands and lift your legs. Reach the feet. Reach the fingertips towards the feet. Trying to lift the legs 2 feet off the floor. Matsyasana, your fish posture. Breath into ribs. And then release down with control. Hug your knees in. And either do a backwards roll or roll up and go through your vinyasa to your downward facing dog. So we come down onto knees and we bring the elbows down onto the floor, the forearms onto the floor. We bring them narrower than the shoulders and we interlace the fingers. So from here, we're either going to set ourselves up to do preparation for headstand. And when we do that, the head stays off the floor at all times. Or we do headstand, where the head is pressing in to the hands. So we work the feet up. And either keep the feet on the floor or lift them up. And you're either going to go to a halfway position, tucked in, or you can go all the way. So we don't want to be driving the head into the floor at all. We want to be pressing the arms into the floor. Stay with the breath all the way. Thighs are on, abs are on. If you're in your dolphin posture, your preparation, you might want to try lifting one leg up. If you're in your headstand, you may want to try taking the feet halfway and look to those feet. And breathe. Dolphin posture, you may want to try to change legs.
We're coming back up into shoulder stand, possibly. Stay with your breath. Banders are on. And then lower down, wherever you're at, with control. And then rest down into child's posture. So rest the head on the floor. Rest the hands by your feet. Breathe. When you're ready, we're going to go through a vinyasa. Last time. And come back round. So from here, we're going to take the fingertips to the elbows and draw the chest down. When you're ready, come up. Rest your arms on top of your thighs. Thumb and forefinger, stretch the other fingers away. Sit tall, tuck the chin, and breathe. So pranayama now, focus purely on the breath. Maintaining good form. If you want to try that last physical challenge, Kalasana, lift the hips, lift the feet, and breathe. And come down. Okay, we're going to lie back and take some rest. So take a couple of breaths in and out. And then find stillness. So as your heart rate comes down, feel the body surrendering to Shavasana, finding that stillness and focus on the breath. So if you want to continue with some more breath Just mute me and carry on. Otherwise, start to bring your awareness back round, fingers and toes, to wake the body up again. And hug the knees in. And roll side to side. Roll over to your right side. And when you're ready, come back round. Namaste.